The market traded today. We did see it ticking up 0.4%. Where are investors putting in their money?
It's more of the manufacturing sector, although the banking stocks did very fine today too, compared to what happened between Monday and Wednesday. There was information that the CBN has the deadline for banks to reduce their exposure to the capital market to a maximum of about 10% of their entire loan portfolio. This drove down prices a little bit, but what we've seen is that speculators have come in to take advantage of these marginal drops in prices. And then we'll probably, before the end of the month, I mean, next 2 working days, might just get some spread and get out.
Indeed. Now, yesterday, with the government coming up and announcing that what appears to be a very comprehensive plan to overhaul the power sector and perhaps give Nigerians consistent power for the first time since independence. Are we seeing some money coming into the power sector? Are investors believing the story that the government finally will be able to solve this problem?
Yeah. Funds are already being disbursed to carry out integrated power projects. These were inherited projects from the past administration, but this administration has followed through. And then some other funds have been disbursed for payment of all sorts of compensation, monetized ones, that in fact led to some strike action by the power sector workers. It's going to be a completion of the independent power project and then allowance of private sector to contribute to the development of the entire reforms in the power sector.
Absolutely, indeed. It's in the pudding, isn't it? Let's see how that flies on that front. Now, we also had Starcoms today coming up and saying that its first half pre-tax loss did narrow to 2.4 billion naira from 3.68 million naira a year ago. Was that expected?
Yeah. What happened in the country is that most organizations have tried to reduce overheads drastically. What they've done, especially, I mean, I'm generalizing now,
sure,
is that overhead costs as to personnel and some other cost-cutting measures have been put in place. And so you would ascribe such a gain, loss recovery, to reduction in general overheads in major companies. For banks, loan loss recovery has been high, and then banks are beginning to lend out more. Interest incomes are beginning to rise again, and these are few positive signs that have driven the market in the last few days.
Sure. Bankole, quickly now, before we wrap it up, what's your outlook for the market given the kind of issues that we've come into play now? Are we likely to get the sense that investors will begin to believe in the Nigerian economic recovery story?
Yeah, I think that the market is very efficient and very responsive when the CBN comes up with information that affect the banks. I mean, the major players in the stock exchange. What we see is that prices either go up or come down, and then you still see speculators who still believe so much. And
indeed, Bankole Odusanya from UBA. Sorry, we have to leave it there. Thanks very much indeed for joining us here on Regional Roundup.